All right, Matt, women's strawweight fight on our UFC Brasilia card. Matt, this fight is very interesting, and it comes on the heels of one of the best title fights that we've ever seen between Zhang Wei Li and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. But now we have Amanda Ribas and Randa Markos. Matt, Canada's Randa Markos in her UFC career so far, she's alternated wins and losses, tossed in a little bit of a draw there against Marina Rodriguez. She's 6-6-1. She's taken on Brazil's Amanda Ribas, who has a great record, just the one loss to Polyana Viana back in 2015 with Jungle Fights. Since she's joined the UFC, 2-0, and in her last fight, she beat Mackenzie Dern in a fight that a lot of people had picked Dern to win. Now, Matt, this is a very interesting fight because Amanda Ribas, she's shown it with her striking, but also very good grappling as well. Whereas Randa Markos, pretty square with her striking, real heavy Muay Thai stance, but she'll try and land a lot of power double legs as well. So you have to worry about it in a couple of different aspects when you're fighting somebody like Randa Markos. What do you see in this fight?
So, it's really weird. I don't think we can take a lot from Amanda Ribas' fight against Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern just came back from having a kid, and she came back like 2 months after she had that kid. I really don't think that fight is a great representation of what Amanda Ribas can do, and it's not a slight against her, just she wasn't really fighting the most game opponent. She was fighting someone who had taken an extended period of time off, who wasn't able to train for a very long time, and who would probably rush their comeback. So I really don't think that we can draw from how great she looked in that fight. Like you said with Randa Markos, though, very awkward in her stand-up. She doesn't really throw a lot of big combos together. She's very, like, kind of pot shot, look for that takedown. But the thing is, once she gets the fight to the ground, when she's on top at least, really good heavy pressure, really good ground and pound too. We've seen her get some submissions. I always bring up the one. She had that really nice armbar against Angela Hill, who's on a big tear right now. But Randa Markos, again, inconsistency's kind of been the key to her career. We saw her fight Carla Esparza. She looked pretty good. Even if some people thought Esparza deserved that nod, it was still a really competitive fight against a former title, not even title challenger, former champion. And it was a really nice win for her. But we never really know what we're going to see with Randa Markos. She's either going to stand around and kind of just mirror what her opponent does, or she's going to go for a lot of takedowns, be really aggressive the whole fight. And if the fight does stay on the feet and she doesn't continuously go for takedowns, Ribas is going to light her up like a Christmas tree. But if the fight does make it to the ground, if Ribas' takedown defense isn't, what we thought it might be against Dern, then Randa Markos, it's a very winnable fight for her.
Yeah, I would totally agree. And this is the thing that doesn't make a lot of sense for me. You look at the odds, and Ribas sits at a minus 270 favorite with Randa Markos at a plus 220. She's a very game and live opponent,
100%.
Especially in the women's strawweight division. I really like what you said about mirroring her opponents. I mean, you look at a lot of her fights, they're typically very close. It's not like Randa Markos gets beat out of the water.
No, exactly. And the Claudia Gadelha fight was the perfect example. They basically kind of stood there and just looked at each other the whole time. Randa Markos isn't usually the first one to go, but when she is, she usually wins those fights. And it's really weird. We've never really seen her do it in back-to-back fights. Here's the problem. If you win a split decision against Ashley Yoder, no disrespect to Ashley Yoder, but she's definitely not near the top of that division. She's more near the bottom. And if you're having very close fights with her, Ribas might be quite a bit too much for you to take. I think Amanda Ribas is going to win this fight, but the odds are definitely off.
Yeah, they're really weird. I'm going to agree with you there. I'm going to be taking Amanda Ribas as well. I would expect it to be a decision win for her, but it should be a great fight.
It should be. I'm excited.
Very well matched, and again, the odds sometimes don't make sense, but we're really looking forward to it. And you're not going to want to miss the rest of our predictions for UFC Brasilia, the main card, the prelims in 5 minutes for the main event between Charles Oliveira and Kevin Lee. You're not going to want to miss that. Fight night picks as always, Matt. Let's get into it.